Hello YouTube, this is Nathan Sullivan reporting from the Iowa vlog. Finally. Sorry guys. We've really not been doing very well, none of us, at keeping up with these. Because we're finding out, all of us, that it's really hard. It's hard to do the vlogs and keep up with schoolwork and stuff. It's difficult because we have like homework and stuff, and 3 out of 4, well, I guess all of us kind of have like ensemble things we have to do, and clubs, and homework, and practicing, and homework, and eating and sleeping, and homework, and all sorts of stuff. But we're gonna do our best. We've had a convo, we've had a meeting, and we're gonna keep pushing forward. We're gonna do our best to keep making these videos for you guys, and really for us, because I don't think that many people actually watch these, but it's more for our sakes, just because we want to keep in contact with each other. So, hi guys, I love you all. We're starting a new system. This is how we're gonna compensate for all of our work and stuff. We're gonna start a new system, and I have the privilege of sharing that with you now. So, instead of doing switch off every day or whatever, we are instead going to just choose a day. Each of us is going to have a day of the week that we consistently make videos. So, Paige will be making videos on Mondays. I am Tuesday. And I believe Leighton is Wednesdays, and Abby will be Thursdays, I think. I'm not entirely sure from Abby yet, but I think that's right. It'll work awesomely. It'll work in theory. Abby, I love you. Alright, so I'm just going to kind of wrap up the last theme, because Leighton and Paige both posted on the last theme. Abby didn't get around to it just because she's been uber busy, which is totally understandable. We don't hold it against her at all. We've all been really busy, so it's not a big deal at all. But I'm just going to kind of wrap up this theme, and then and then we can start a new theme going here on out. So, this last theme, for those of you who haven't watched the last couple videos by Paige and Leighton, has been who's your favorite teachers in elementary, middle, and high school, and I guess college now. So I'm just gonna kind of wrap that up. Yeah. So here we go. Let's see, elementary school. My favorite teacher there was, well, at the time, this definitely wasn't the case. I actually didn't like her very much at all. But now looking back, I think she is, like, in hindsight, my favorite teacher, and that was Mrs. Friday. Mrs. Friday taught first grade, and she was very strict. Like, she was hard on all of us. I think she's honestly, throughout the rest of my educational career, she has been the strictest and most difficult teacher on me ever in my life, like even in high school and college, which is so weird. But seriously, she was so hard on us, and but the reason why she's like my favorite in hindsight is because of that, because she whipped us into shape and really got us going to begin with, you know. So she, you know, taught us manners and classroom etiquette and just all sorts of things that prepared me for the future, and really, I think, very much contributed to who I am today. So unfortunately, Mrs. Friday is no longer with us. I got the news a couple years ago that she actually passed away from cancer, and I hadn't seen her in years and years and years and years before then, so it was just kind of weird, you know. It's still weird to think about. I don't think about it often, but it's still really strange to think about. But yeah, so she's not here anymore. She's up in heaven with God, so whipping those angels into shape. The new angels. So yeah, Mrs. Friday, I think, is my favorite from elementary school. Middle school. Middle school, I started going to Bettendorf in 6th grade once middle school started, because we had moved to Bettendorf. And so I think in all of middle school, my favorite teacher was, that's really hard, because I had a lot of all of my teachers in middle school were good. I didn't dislike any of my teachers in middle school. I can narrow it down to 2. I think my two favorites were Mrs. Patterson, who taught gym, but I actually never had her for gym. She was my TA in 6th grade. She was always such a sweetheart. She was so nice, but at the same time she was still, she kept us in line and everything, and I really appreciate her for that, and she was awesome. And then Mrs. Wagner, who Leighton also had, and in fact it's where I met Leighton in 7th grade. She taught language arts, and she wrote left-handed. I remember that because she would always make her check marks like backwards, and they looked so weird to me, and I didn't even know what they were for the longest time. I was like, what is that? She's like, it's a check mark. Oh, duh, you're left-handed. But yeah, she was so funny, and the thing I remember most about her, I really hope she's not watching this right now. That could be bad, but she always made these really kind of lame jokes, and nobody laughed. Leighton will testify to this, but no one in the class would ever laugh at them because they were pretty bad jokes. They were just not very funny. So out of mostly pity, Leighton and I would always laugh at them just to make her feel better and to make it not feel so awkward for us. So I really liked Mrs. Wagner though, genuinely. She was so funny. I liked her a lot, and yeah, so those two I think were my favorites. Alright, high school. Again, I think I can only narrow it down to two, which would be Mrs. Begno, when she was the choir teacher my sophomore and junior year, and then she left. I loved her to death. I still love her to death. Also, Miss Ager, just like Leighton said. I think it was Leighton, or was it Paige? I don't remember. Somebody said that Miss Ager was their favorite, and I love her to death. She's so funny. Such a good teacher too. I really still get psychology because of her, so good job, Miss Hager. And now my favorite teacher in college. I only have 4 teachers, and I've already kind of talked about them, but I think my favorite would just have to be Elisa, who's my voice teacher. She's so wonderful. She just knows her stuff. She's brilliant. She knows how to get things done efficiently, and she's just a fantastic teacher. So, Elisa Bellflower. She's fantastic. So, that's the end. We're done with that theme. Thank goodness. So the next theme, then, which we'll start with this new system now, is, and I've had this text saved for, well, let's see, September 16th, so for about 10 days now. 11 days I've had this text saved because we just haven't gotten to it yet, but from Paige, this is the next theme. Aw shucks, LOL. I think I told her that I liked her video or something, so. Quote, talk about your sibling. Include something that you admire about them but wouldn't tell them face to face. End quote. There it is, kid. Smiley face with a square bracket. So that's the next theme, and I will catch you all later. It was so good to see a lot of you back home this weekend at homecoming. It was so good. And I will be back again the last weekend of October 29th and 30th. To see the school play at Bettendorf High School, which is an awesome cast, so y'all should go see it. It's called It Runs in the Family by someone. Yeah. Okay. I love you all, and I'll see you soon. Bye.